Hello everybody, welcome to our jigsaw session, and I've got here with me Jigsaw Jenny. Can you say hello? Now Jigsaw Jenny helps us with our jigsaw learning. It helps us to think about our feelings, our emotions, and it helps us to develop lots of skills. Now we're going to be thinking about our dreams and goals, as that's been our theme for the whole term. Last week lots of you made beautiful dream jars and you thought about the things that you want to become when you're older. Now we're going to carry on that learning this week by thinking a little bit more about that. We're going to be taking a flight into the future. So I need you to lie down and we're going to have a bit of a relaxing time now, okay? And I'm just going to put on something for you to watch as you're led down, relaxing. Now, I want you to either look closely at the picture or to close your eyes. When we start our jigsaw learning, we start by being calm and relaxing so that we're in the mood to do our learning and our thinking. Imagine that you're in a rocket. You're going to take a flight into the future. Imagine putting on your space helmet, putting on your seatbelt, and we're going to fly through space. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out, and puff it out like rainbow breath, like we do with our Jigsaw Jenny time. Now you're flying through space. There are lots of beautiful twinkly stars all around you. And it's so beautiful up here. As you're flying through space, you're getting older. You're growing bigger. You're changing. And we're taking a flight into the future now. And we're going to be thinking about how we, as children, will change when we get to adults and how we can meet and achieve our dreams and goals that we've been thinking about. Now, open your eyes and sit up. We're going to be thinking about how we can achieve our dreams and goals for the future. Now, lots of you were thinking about the things that you want to be when you grow up. I know looking at Tapestry, lots of you were saying things like you want to be good at dancing and be dancers. Some of you want to be pilots, train drivers. You'd like to work in a supermarket on the till. You would like to make your own games. We had so many amazing things, and now you can do all of those things. You can dream and you can achieve them. But what you have to do is you've got to work hard on all the skills when you're at school so that you can do those things when you grow up. So we're going to have a look at some different jobs today that maybe you might like to do that you maybe put in your dream jar last week. And we're going to think about how it would be possible when you grow up to do this kind of job. Are you ready? So we're going to take a flight into the future now, and we're going to be thinking about having all of those dreams made into reality. Now there are so many different types of jobs that you could do when you grow up, and these are a very small selection of those things. We've got things on here like builders, gardeners, mechanics, somebody who fixes cars and transport. We've got somebody who's a hairdresser, somebody who works in the office, a doctor. We've got so many different jobs on here. I wonder what you put in your dream jar. Let's take a closer look at a mechanic. Now, somebody who is a mechanic is someone who fixes vehicles like cars, motorbikes, buses, any type of transport where they have to see what's wrong with it and fix it. Now, anybody can be a mechanic, a girl or a boy. Anyone can do this type of job. In fact, anyone can do any type of job. All you have to do is have the skills to be able to do it. So to be a mechanic, you would have to be a good problem solver. So you might be able to practice being a good problem solver by doing things like puzzles and taking your time and working it out. You would have to also be a good listener. So you would have to practice listening to friends, listening to adults, making sure that you really understand what people are saying to you. You would also have to be very strong because mechanics have to lift heavy things look like tyres, and they have to use special tools and equipment to do their jobs. So perhaps doing lots of exercise will help you with becoming a mechanic. Let's have a look at a hairdresser. Now again, like I said, anybody can be a hairdresser, a lady or a man, a girl or a boy. And to become a hairdresser, what kind of skills would you need? Well, you would definitely need to use scissors because people go to see a hairdresser to get their hair cut. Or a barber, that's the same as a hairdresser, it's just cutting men's hair. So you would need to be really good at using scissors. You would also need to be very careful and be able to do things that involve moving your hands and taking your time, because if you cut somebody's hair wrong, oh dear, that wouldn't be very good, would it? So you could maybe practice things like threading. That will help develop the little muscles in your hands. You'd also have to be very helpful, things like tidying up, being respectful, to keep it nice in there for when the customers and people come to the shop to get their hair cut. Now, what about if you wanted to work in the office? Lots of people work in offices and do lots of different jobs. But to work in an office, you probably would need to use a computer or a laptop. So you would need to be able to use a laptop or a computer, being able to type. So you would definitely be able to, it would be very important to know all of your sounds and all of your letters so that you could write things. You would also have to be someone who's very patient, taking your time. Someone who's resilient, not giving up. I wonder if you could practice those things. And of course, people who work in offices also need to be very good at writing, because often, if you work in an office, you might have to send a letter to somebody. So, the point of this today is to help you think about all the things that you would need to practice and all the skills you might need to help you achieve all of those amazing dreams and goals. Now, your task today is to think about the dream jar that you made last week, choose something that you put in your dream jar, and then think about what you would need to practice to be able to do that type of job or dream that you've put in there. So you can do a little bit of dressing up today, if you have any dressing up clothes. You could do a little bit of role play, or you could find something in your house that might help you. Like I said, you could do a puzzle because that helps you to be a problem solver. Perhaps you could practice your writing. That might help you be able to do letters and cards when you're older. Have a think about what you would need to do your dream or goal. Have a lovely day, everybody. See you tomorrow.